We only did one table read for the show ever, and we read it in like 14 minutes. And I remember like a silence after being like, is this even a TV show? Hi, I'm Jeremy Allen White. We are going to watch some clips and scenes that are very important to me. Starting it with some moments I'm very proud of that have to do with the TV show, The Bear. We are going to start operating like a French kitchen. That means there's going to be a chain of command. Okay? This was developed by Escoffier, and I think...
Oh, Escoffier? Love that dude. What's up? I don't know what's going on.
We're implementing a French brigade.
Got it. Cool. Yeah. Fuck that.
That's bullshit.
Okay.
Carmen, no. I was in a brigade once.
What happened?
Many people died.
CJ?
Okay, it's gonna be different. All right, look, this is what real kitchens do. Guys, this is what real teams do, okay? Everybody takes care of their own station. They keep their own side of the street clean. Yeah? Okay. Man, it was so fun. That was from the first season. And that was such a special time because there was no expectation for our show at all. You know, nobody knew anything about our show. When we were making the first season, it was made in such a vacuum and such a bubble. None of us knew each other. We all got so close, and we all cared so much. And I think we knew how special the thing we were making was, but you just never know if it'll be received that way. So I remember that time in the first season, you know, with a lot of fondness, because it felt like we had a secret, and it was just ours for a while, and that was very special. It was just the best. That night was so fun. Io had won, Eben had won, I had won. It just felt like we just kept going. There was such momentum, and everybody was kind of like floating through the evening. And I also, you know, I just love everybody I'm looking at, you know. We all just care about each other so much and are so supportive of one another, and it's just a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful moment. I've been doing this for a very long time, and I've always been very lucky, and I've worked, you know, consistently, really, since the age of 14 or 15. But I just never expected this. I think one of my first films I did with director Antonio Campos. I would do Law and Order, and I would do like a play every once in a while in New York. That was enough in a lot of ways. I was like, if this is the rest of it, this pursuit is good, and it makes me happy. And now I think the biggest shift is, you know, it's opportunity, it's choice. It used to be very simple. I would just do the next job, you know, because I had to. And then for a little bit, it was kind of like, oh, well, I'll do the next job where there's someone I feel like I could really learn from and that I admire a lot. And now I'm in the very privileged position of, you know, sort of everything coming my way. There's someone I admire there, whether it be the writing, directing, the producers, other actors. It's the ability to make those choices and shift and shape a career and have some say, you know, in the process. Up next, we're going to watch a clip from Stanley Kubrick's Clockwork Orange.
There was a window open with the stereo on, and I viddied right at once what to do.
I think it was just one of the first films I saw, like, it felt taboo. Watching it at the age I did, I was 14 or 15. I remember how, like, emotionally affected I was, and, like, there was a real fear, not that I was scared of it so much as, I guess it was more of like an excitement about what a movie can do and how a movie can make you feel. It was the first Kubrick film I ever saw, and was introduced to me by Antonio Campos. One of my first films I ever did was this film After School, and this was on like the list of kind of like homework. And so I'll always associate it with After School, with Antonio, with the people I made that film with, and I think it felt so wrong, but exciting. And I think that was like my first cinematic experience where I felt that kind of like electrified, I suppose, yeah. Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere.
Walk in the sun, but till it tramps like us, baby, we were born to run. Side tramps like us, baby, we were born to run. Oh, tramps like us, baby, we were born to
It's so nice. I mean, I really don't like looking at my face, and so it's nice to sit and see myself and feel good. You know, when I started this process and started learning about Bruce, you know, I never held a guitar before. I had very little like stage experience, even in acting. I never really sang in any professional way or had any training. And so when I see, you know, that scene and scenes like it in the film or clips, I just feel such a great sense of accomplishment. You know, I really had a period when I picked up a guitar for the first time with Dave Cobb, our music supervisor. It felt so incredibly alien to me. And I had no idea how in 6 months I was gonna be able to move with any kind of like confidence and physicality portraying Bruce on stage. You know, he looks like he was born with a guitar in his hand, and I just didn't know if that was possible. And I remember in the first month, you know, getting together with my guitar teacher, Erich, my singing teacher, and feeling that sort of like pressure and time moving, getting closer and closer to moments like this one, and really having to break it down into like the simplest terms of, this is my body, these are my hands, this is my brain, like it is capable of a lot if you just give it time and repetition. Your body is capable, it can learn. I was really giving myself these sort of like motivational speeches every morning. I feel such a great sense of accomplishment. There were a lot of moments of doubt in the preparation, and I'm so glad I guess I pushed through that doubt, because, you know, we got here. This is the moment my friend Molly was with me, and she took this photo. This is the first time we ever met. He was so warm and immediately sort of like generous and honest. It was wild seeing him. This was at a sound check at Wembley, and it's such an intimidating space, the scale of that stadium just generally, and especially being like in an empty Wembley, and then seeing Bruce and the band, even in sound check, perform with such kind of like passion and physicality. I remember just thinking, oh boy, I'm gonna have to try to do something like that, you know? But then meeting him, shaking his hand, and spending time with him on stage before, you know, he went on to perform with everybody, he was so warm and gentle and kind of settled. On stage, he's like coming to chop your head off, but his relationship to the world is so like wonderfully gentle and calm, you know? Yeah.
I'm just going to finish on what you would recommend to the audience, that there's one television show or film they should watch at least once in their lifetime.
I mean, The Sopranos is the best show, I have to say. You know, it's a show I rewatch frequently. It's a show I love so much. It's about a very lonely man and belonging, and I think our greatest films and series are really about belonging or the absence of belonging. I can put that show on anytime. The great James Gandolfini. That's a good rec. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's wild. That's from Shameless. One bad turn deserves another. Wow. Got the guitar. Oh man, Iron Claw. This is so great. This was in the bottom of a staircase where we would always wait to like go down the stairs into the kitchen scene of the stage in the Gallagher house. I remember just staring at that sign, waiting for, like, Jeremy action. Good find on that one.
Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
appreciate
Thank
you. Thanks so much, you guys. That was really nice.